Okay, call this meeting to order, determine there is a quorum present. Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Flores, and myself, we have a quorum. I thought, he's not up there, right?
He has not joined.
Okay.
He said he wasn't gonna make it.
Okay, that'll work. We have a quorum, pledge of allegiance, Commissioner Wardlaw, if you don't mind, please lead us in the pledge of allegiance. Yep.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Short dress, man. Nice looking jacket.
Thank you, Judge.
You gotta even make a smart ass. Approving minutes, and we have them.
Motion to approve.
Move. A second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. There you go. There you go. Citizens' comments? There's something up there. Real quick, before we get into that, I just kept on going. David, if you want to introduce, thank you.
Judge.
Our next family member.
Yes. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our new second assistant county attorney, Suzanne Morales III. Then I come up and say hello to the court.
How's it going?
Good, good.
Morning, welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome, our condolences. Yeah. No, you're gonna do good. You're gonna do
Thanks.
good. Yeah. You excited?
Excited, apprehensive at the same time. So.
No, it's
Commissioner
different.
Nettleton just scared him.
Yeah.
We're all good, man.
No,
In a year, you'll be like, nah, no big deal.
Yeah, I'm hoping I get there though. But, yeah, I guess this is my first time in the public, public setting, yes.
No, it's all good.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank you, David.
And thank you, David.
We're gonna get him back to work, so.
All right, my pleasure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He's looking around. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Citizen comments, Ms. Fuentes, Sandra C. Fuentes, from the Board of Organization, citizen comments, Ms. Fuentes.
Thank you, and good morning, Judge Owens and County Commissioners. My name is Sandra Fuentes. I'm a leader of the Board Organization, and the Board Organization is currently organizing the Moreno Valley Association of Citizens. There's a couple of people here from Moreno Valley to ask me to address the court and to let you know that we're continuing to work with the necessary entities to bring the much-needed infrastructure to Moreno Valley. Mr. Hicks has sent a letter to us basically stating that it is the county's responsibility for providing infrastructure. This letter was sent after Valverde County notified Mr. Hicks it was his responsibility to install the infrastructure. Needless to say, we, the citizens, are caught in the middle. We have contacted House Representative Morales and are in the process of forwarding documentations related to this issue and look forward to meeting with him. In addition, our conversation with State Attorney's Office will also continue. We are asking the Commissioners Court to please keep us apprised of any and all developments related to this issue. Mr. Velarde informed us that Mr. Hicks was going to meet with the county over this issue on January 6th. He stated that he would let us know how that meeting went. As of today, we haven't heard from Mr. Velarde. We have called him and left messages that he has not returned. Did this meeting happen? If so, what was discussed or what was decided? This matter is extremely important to the people from Moreno Valley. It is about their homes. It is about their families. It is about their health. Thank you.
Ms. Fuentes.
Yes,
We can't comment, but we'd definitely like to have a copy of the letter.
absolutely. We'll get you that, and we'll get you everything else that we have in terms of how some of these contracts were done.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
Item 6, approving subdivision plats. None?
I have one of the items 44 there.
Okay, so this one we can go to item 34 later on then. You're good? We're good. Approving certificates of compliance? None. Approving monthly reports from elected officials?
Move.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second. Commissioner Flores, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 4-0 vote. Approving bills for payment.
Move.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second. Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 4-0 vote. Recognition presentation of 2020 census. Thank you certificates of Alberta County. Ms. Juarez, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone.
How's it going?
Very well. So I'm visiting from Laredo. So I'm happy to be here today to extend a thank you on behalf of the U.S. Census for your support and collaboration. The county actually did pretty well, 54.8 in self-response, which is great. I mean, compared to other counties that we covered. That was self-response includes online, over the phone, or mail. So that's a great response. The city of Del Rio actually had 61.8, which is the highest in the cities in this area. I can go ahead and forward this information. We're going to have data summits pretty soon as we get the population counts. And I'll go ahead and also add one of the representatives, whoever wishes to be involved in those. I'll be your point of contact. I'll go ahead and leave the information with your assistant. I brought certificates for most all of you. If there's a change of office, I could go ahead and also mail you the certificate or come and drop it off. I did bring you a county certificate.
Wow.
And if it's possible, can I hand it to you? And can I just take a picture of you standing there with the commissioners in the
Yeah,
back?
that'll work.
And thank you so very much.
If you want to come on around,
Yeah, let me put it here, and then we'll go get my camera.
somebody take your picture. I'll take ours. Take Juarez's picture.
These are, for the commissioners and yourself. And then, I was just unsure if there was a change of office for some of them.
No, they all stayed the same.
Okay, I went to, Zavala County, they have like different ones, so.
Throw them all out and start it
Fiscal have
over.
different, council members, so yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
No, they ran, they won.
Okay,
So it's
congratulations. Congratulations.
She brought extra ones just in case. She was prepared.
Yes, just in case.
Okay. Well, and we'll hand these out.
Yes,
You want to come on around?
yes, of course.
Thank you, Lisa, just, she can take the picture.
I also brought you one, Lisa. Thank you so much for setting this up.
Where's that? Gonna be, you put her in the middle? That's what I'm gonna put her in.
Okay.
Get everybody,
Ready?
you get Martin?
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Take another one just in case. And we're all smiling.
1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Yes, we will. Thank you.
Okay. Auditor's report, item number 11. We have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second. Second, Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 12, budget adjustments. A, Constable Precinct 1, $720.60 for month supply to travel and training. Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Item B, Constable 2, Precinct 2, $820.60 for month supply to travel and training.
Move.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Sheriff, $3,740 from office to information technology capital expenditure. Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? 4-0 vote. Item D, we can go ahead and not do that one. Where's he at? Did he leave?
Yes.
No, he's back there.
Okay. Sheriff, we don't need to do that one, we'll just do the more money to equipment?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so item D, we don't need to do. Item E, Sheriff, he'd asked for $1,000 from animal control fee to animal control equipment. The problem with this is that he needed more money. That's how come we didn't do I misread item D when I did the agenda. Sheriff, how much money do you need for, animal equipment?
We were trying to move over a total of $3,000, from the fuel and from, animal feed to equipment.
Are you gonna have enough to finish out the year if you move it?
No, sir.
Make a motion that we move 3,000 from contingency to animal control equipment.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? 4-0 vote. Item F, 63rd District Court, $788.99 from office to capital.
Move.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? 4-0 vote. District Attorney, $6,000 from state forfeiture, DA personal to state forfeiture, DA capital outlay to purchase office furniture.
Move. Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. Item H, Constable Precinct 4, $900 from office supply to travel and training.
Move. Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. Oh, man, you did good. Item 13, certification of revenue. A, Texas Association of Counties, Precinct 4, hail damage repair, $1,245.20.
Move.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? 4-0 vote. Item B, risk management, hail damage repairs, $5,369.57.
Move. Where's that money going?
It's gonna go in the hail damage repairs account for the vehicles.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. Discussing vacation coverage payout for auditors, office staff. There was a dollar amount, Matt?
There was.
Dollar amount, yeah.
The total amount to bring everyone back down to their tiers is a little over $20,000. Let me get that exact amount.
Only for just your office?
Correct, for just the office.
Wow.
776.
What is that? Matt? What?
That's the vacation hours that are over their tiers that we were unable to take in 20, and now we're going into 21. Now we're at our tiers, and we're going to continue to accumulate. So we'd like to bring it,
How many other departments do we have that are in the same shape?
we do have some employees, but as far as department-wide, we're not having a department-wide.
If we decide to pay for this, where are we needing the money from?
This would probably, since it was related to COVID, it'd probably come out of the COVID.
Oh, out of the COVID?
We're thinking.
I make a motion to approve and pay for this hours out of the COVID money.
I will second it.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. Commissioner Nettleton?
Yeah, Juanita.
She's trying. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Can you get us a report on other departments that are in the same shape?
Yes, sir, we do have a report. I've got several departments with employees that will be losing time. Or I don't know if they've already deleted it, but we do have a list.
Yes, can you give me that list so that we can discuss those too?
Yes, sir, I'll get it. Do you want this now before the meeting's over?
That would be great if you could do that. You know,
Okay.
Do it all here at one time.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
I'll work on it.
Can we come back to this issue?
We can.
Get everybody's.
Let's do this one and then we can come back to it. Because we have a motion and that one is taken care of. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? 4-0 vote, and then we'll come back as soon as she brings us more numbers. Treasurer's report.
Motion to approve.
Second. Commissioner Wardlaw made a motion. Second. Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
All right.
4-0 vote.
How's our interest doing? It's still dropping?
It's dropping. To be quite honest with you, Matt and I had this discussion. There's a possibility once the investment committee gets back together, we may have to move back to our depositories, or our depository that we're using. I think we'll have to reevaluate everything once we do have our investment committee meeting.
And why don't you schedule one for next week?
I could, yes, sir.
Item 16, we'll come back to it. Thank you, Aaron. We'll come back to it at 9:30. Item 17, we'll come back to it at 9:45. Item 18, granting authority for county judge to sign Form A1101, budget modification number 2 for Texas CDBG 7218026, Ridge Line project, moving $5,000 from 03J water improvement acquisition to 03J Water Improvements.
Motion to approve and have the judge sign.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Middleton, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Item 19, granting authority for county judge and county auditor to sign file number 12, Form A 203, requesting funds for construction, engineering, and administration services for Texas CDBG 7218026 Ridgeline Waterline Project.
Motion to approve and have the judge sign.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye.
Still online to get all these done within our time frames.
They are fixing to
We
start.
got a deadline on the ridge line of June. We've been working on it pretty hard, so we should be.
To answer the question on all three of the projects, it looks like we should be complete.
Yeah.
Item 20, acceptance of certified self-monitoring review notice from the Texas Department of Agriculture, Texas CDBG contract 721826026 Ridgeline Project.
Move.
Second motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. Item 21, granting authority for county to sign reimbursement request number 1 for County Transportation Infrastructure Fund, Pandale Road Project, 90% reimbursement.
Motion to approve. We'll have the other invoice, we just got it yesterday, so that job is complete, so we can finish it out. Good.
Okay, we have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Item 22, granting authority for county judge and county auditor to sign drawn number 3, Form A 203, requesting funds for engineering services. KSA invoice number 80745 for Texas CDBG 7219085 San Felipe Pastures, Vega Verde, Rise Estates Waterline Projects.
Motion to approve. Judge sign.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. Item 23, approving the 2020 redistricting contract cost of Orlando Rios and Associates. This one right here, Matt was going through it, and there's some problem with the dates. If y'all don't mind, we'll table it.
Okay.
Motion to table, Commissioner Middleton. Second, Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? 4-0 vote, and Matt, if we'll just look at questions that you have, you can get them answered and then bring them back to us. Okay, thank you. 24, post and hire full-time position to work outdoor fields, money to come out of grant. They're starting already to haul material. I think they'd already done the asphalt. They'd already done it, removed it out of the first 2,000 feet. And then they were already working on the subbase, and we will need somebody down there. That way we don't take people out of our precincts to go down there and spread the dirt and
Will it
pack
be
the water.
contracted labor? Or is this a permanent position?
You know, I don't know. After that, I don't know how many hours they're gonna be putting in a week until they get started.
We're paying this out of that Alcoa grant.
We pay that out of the code grant, yes, sir.
Motion to approve and make it a position for the term of the project.
Second. We have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Flores, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Item 25, requesting approval for issuance of a county credit card for travel purposes for district.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Middleton, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Item 26, reapply and receive state grant monies relating to the DWI Specialty Court by the Alberta County Court of Law pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 124.004 via court resolution and/or order 2021-2022 or 2021-2022 fiscal year.
Move.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Item 27, approving a county cell phone for Valverde County Attorney David Martinez.
Move.
Second. Are you really sure you want this?
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Item 28, approving 2 county cell phones for BPU Border Prosecution Grant Assistant District Attorney Emma Arnesian, for that one, and BPU Investigator Tom Wiley.
Second. These are paid out of the grant, right?
Yes. Who made the motion?
I did.
Have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Flores. Did you say second or did you say motion?
I said motion.
You said second.
Oh, I did, okay, well, I did.
That's what the other, you sort of threw me off.
I did so.
Second in the motion.
Well, we can't do that.
Item 29, declare the item submitted as surplus property and proper disposition may but not limited to be auctioned, reassigned, recycled, or destroyed. Yeah. It's on, the desk and
A couple of desks and some
furniture, right?
Yes, all furniture.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 30, authorizing to renew an agreement with the E-rate program for the Valverde County Library for 2021-2022, and authorize county judge to sign.
Do we have a grant for this? We used to have a grant for this.
I can look that up. I know we were with the E-rate program when I first came in January, and we, I think, got faster service for internet. So I think it's just looking for, this is just an agreement to work with Mr. Whitecoffee to see if there's
There's a
anything
motion,
else out
Commissioner
there.
Nettleton, second. Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 31, authorizing to renew service and maintenance agreement with Biblioteca for the Valverde County Library for a total of $11,433 to span from March 1st, 2021 to March 28th, 2022, and to be paid out of library expansion funds line item and.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 32, approving the purchase 3,000 tons of sand for Texas CDBG 7218075 waterline project from a vendor who submitted the lowest quote and met all Alberta County specifications and authorized county judge. Small purchase procurement record form A504. Have y'all already gone
Who
over
is the vendor?
Yes, so the lowest quote, now is, Reyes and Sons for $8,250, and that is for just material as the precincts will go and pick up as needed. Second quote is B&J and Tractor, $24,000 just for material, and then AV Trucking submitted no bid.
Okay. You got a motion?
Motion.
Who made the motion?
I did.
Commissioner Wardlaw.
Okay.
Commissioner Wardlaw made a motion, second.
Second.
Commissioner Nettleton, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Item 33, requesting issuance to Elodia Garcia, Valverde County credit cards for travel purposes, newly elected tax assessor collector. Is she here?
Move.
Second. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second.
Judge, Loli's a lot easier, right?
It is, yes. I need a second.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 34.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay. Replat Lot A, Chaparral Estates, being all of Lot A1 to A14 out of lot 2.784 acres, Chaparral Estates replat previously recorded at slide 560 of the Valverde County map of records located in precinct 4, 2451 Senegas Road.
Judge, I will abstain from voting on this item. I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, and everybody else. This provision of replat is proposed by Untitled Engineering. It is located in precinct 4 on Senegas Road between Lake and Harvey Avenue. On the south right away of Senegas Road, addresses of Senegas Road from number 2451 to number 2591. The owner of this property is Gustavo Flores. This proposal consists in a subdivision of a 2.778 acre tract previously platted as Chaparral State Subdivision Lot 8. and recorded in slide 560 of the Alberta County map record. This proposal is to subdivide existing lot 8 into 14 lots area average of 13 lots is 8,500 square feet, like 0.186 acres, and there's one tract 812 that is bigger in size, it's 15,700 square feet, that is the same as 0.036 acres. All lots will be provided with potable water by the city of Del Rio by the subdivider, ordered to provide contract for city water and city sewers for a service agreement to serve all lots. Estimated cost to serve 13 water services, $7,800. Estimated cost to serve 13 sewer services, $5,850. Let me show you another screen.
Like a lot of information. All right. God bless.
Yes.
It complies with model subdivision rules, that he's compliant with the water, the sewer, everything, right?
And at this moment, I'm bringing this application to commercial court for you to give the determination that this provision does not affect the public interest of public property, and ask your permission to post it on the county website, and then send with notice to continue with the process. And I have to bring that application again in 30 more days.
Okay. Commissioner Wardlaw, are you okay with that?
Yes.
Your motion, Commissioner Nettleton?
Yes.
I have a motion on the table. Commissioner Flores will be abstaining. All those in favor? Aye. 3-0 vote. Item 35, requesting approval of issuance of a county credit card for District Attorney Suzanne West for office travel and fuel card.
Move. Second.
It says, county credit card for travel and fuel. Will she be able to use it for both?
We can get them a fuel card as well.
Okay.
That was my interpretation of it.
Okay.
They want one for travel and one for fuel.
Okay, so we need to get her 2 cards.
Correct.
All right. Commissioner Nettleton, that was,
Yes.
okay. Commissioner Nettleton made a motion, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor?
All right.
4-0 vote. Item 36, requesting approval for issuance of a county credit card for BPU Assistant District Attorney Emma to be used for travel.
Motion to approve. Second.
Commissioner Flores made a motion, Commissioner Nettleton seconded. All those in favor?
All right.
4-0 vote. Item 37, requesting approval of issuance of a county credit card for BPU Investigator Tom Wiley to be used for travel.
Motion. Second.
Who said it? Commissioner Wardlaw? Commissioner Nettleton seconded. All those in favor?
All right.
4-0 vote. It's like, man, all three of them never happened. Item, sorry? Do what? No, I can't hear any. Y'all always second, and I was like, I'm having a hard time.
You make a motion and you give to somebody else. I ain't been doing that.
I did it twice. I need to quit laughing, I can't see. Item 38, approving a lease agreement between Valverde County and Greg Martinez for Gridiron Academy. Profitable organization for a day camp January 30th, 2021.
Day camp of what?
Edgar, where you at?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. This is gonna be a day camp, hosted by Greg Martinez and the Gridiron Academy, for, flag football.
Oh.
This organization, as per, Greg Martinez, it is a profitable organization, and he wants to know if, there'll be a fee associated with the use of the field.
What fields? Where at?
He's wanting to use preferably, Wood Woods.
The park there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We don't have a rental fee
For the Mr. Vasquez, isn't
Yeah. Let it go through him?
it? Yeah. If he's gonna use that park in Mr. Vasquez's, they have a setup for that. They need to go through him and figure it out.
I have him contact Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right. Okay, no action taken. Item 39, approving a lease agreement between Valverde County and Pat Rodriguez for Del Rio Little League on the use of Alcoa Field.
Move. Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Wardlaw. I'm sorry,
Wardlaw,
Commissioner Flores.
They act alike, don't mean they got
All those in favor? I'm sorry.
We're the Texas tornadoes, right?
More like a dust devil.
Texas tornadoes, there's a band, right?
Yep.
No, there's some Texas tornadoes too.
They don't laugh as much at city council. All right, item 40, discussing monster truck wars postponed event for January due to COVID. What are we discussing then?
So this event was supposed to be held the last week of January, but due to the COVID cases, he called and asked to postpone it. Hopefully in March, and again, he's gonna reassess the situation there and then let us know whether he wants to go through with the event or not.
Isn't that a little close to Bobby Paul?
Yeah, it is.
He needs to give
We
us
need to get after Bobby Paul.
Yeah,
That's a little bit too close.
he needs to bring us some other dates.
Okay.
All right, and he's gonna bring it back to the court for approval. That work?
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks. Item 41, approving a burn ban for 3 months due to extreme dry. Move.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Dr. Lauda's not tried to come in, right?
He has not.
Okay, you let us know. Thank you. Item 42, requesting approval of issuance of county credit cards for Constable Precinct 1. Move.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 43, requesting approval of issuance for county credit card for Constable Precinct 2, Daniel Reyes Jr.
Motion.
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw made a motion, second by
Second.
Commissioner Nettleton, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 44, approving Adrian Valdez as Deputy Constable Precinct 4. Adrian holds a current TCO certification as peace officer.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton, all those in favor? 4-0 vote. Amanda. Was doctor gonna call in? Can you hear me, Amanda? Yeah, you got
Let
it?
me see.
Okay,
Let me call her.
thank you. Item 45, requesting authorization to apply for and accept local border security program, 2022-299-5207 grant and to approve the resolution. Move.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 46, authorizing to apply for and accept high-intensity drug trafficking area, IDA 2021, grant G21SS0008A.
Move.
Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 47, approving an internship sponsored by Angelo State University at no cost to Valverde County. What's this for, sir?
She's gonna be doing some, social services, she's doing an internship, so she's gonna partner up with our crime victim advocate and, attend some meetings and some Zoom conferences, and stuff like that to help her to get her, degree program.
Motion to approve.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, crime victim advocate, that would be Gina. Who's the crime victim advocate? Just for.
For our office, it's Crystal De Luna.
Oh, the Luna, okay.
Yes, sir.
Gina came one time for something.
Yes, yes, forensic interview.
Oh, okay. She's fixing to get married, right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm just bringing it up because she's been. Poor thing, she's been waiting since, what, March or February? March for a year.
Yes, yes.
No, she's fine. Item 48, approving overtime for Valverde County Sheriff's Office communication personnel due to shortage related to COVID.
Motion to approve.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? 4-0 vote. Item 49, authorization of purchase of 2 Long Gray Pioneer backpack rechargeable ULV foggers for a total of $4,798 from CESF grant number 4160101 supply.
Motion.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. Item 50, authorizing a purchase of standard decontamination shower systems for $2,925 and a quick response decon shower system for $1,705 from CESF grant number 4160101 supplies.
Move.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 51, authorizing to advertise and hire a part-time or temporary employee as a light. This is the one that we already did,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay, no action taken. This is the one that we did earlier.
While we're on this discussion, can you get us some numbers on this proposed $15 an hour minimum wage and the effect it's gonna have?
Yes, sir.
That it? No. Item 52, approving of overtime payment for tracers even during holidays to cover pay period December 19th, 2020 through to January 1st, 2021. This stuff right here, and they're come out of COVID. We've been talking about this. They worked, so we're asking to get them paid.
Motion to approve.
Second motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote.
Yes, we come back around and wrap up those two items.
Which one?
48
The
and
which one?
52, yeah.
No,
Just
which-
some greater clarity on it.
Okay, item 52? Which ones?
52 and 48.
Okay.
Clarity on what?
Well, for the tracer.
Okay, we'll do 52 first.
Okay. Is it just if they work a holiday? If they work the holiday?
If they work the holidays.
So it's just holidays for them,
Yes, sir.
if they worked? Okay. And then on the communications, how are we doing that? Are we doing that like the deputies where any and all leave counts towards? Or are you going with the FSLA rules where they have to actually physically work 40 hours?
The rules that we passed on the 40 hours were just for deputies, the change we made?
Correct, yes.
Does not include,
Correct.
It's just different.
then it has to comply with whatever the law says.
Well, we have a restrictive law by FSLA, which is 40 hours work, and then you can be less restrictive, which we are on the deputies.
And
So-
Sheriff, they're working the 40 hours and they're working more, basically. We had that conversation yesterday.
These three individuals came in on their days off to manage communications.
They've already worked their 40 hours.
My understanding, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want those on a physical 40 hours that they have to work?
Yes.
Leave does not count. And only on the tracers, it's only on holidays.
Holidays.
So it's just basically like any
Christmas, New Year.
time and a half on
Yeah, I think,
holiday.
and we talked about this yesterday because we know that there's gonna be people that will try to go around the system that might wanna take 2 days off and then get paid the time and a half, which, if that doesn't work, if we start seeing that, then we're bringing it back to the court and adjust it.
All right, so we got two different ones. We got the
40
deputies, we got the deputies, which are lenient. You got the 40 hours on the communications, which comply with FSLA, and the 52, item 52 is just gonna be the
If they
time and a
work
half on
holidays,
holidays.
yes.
And that's it. Doesn't matter if they're work 35 hours or 30 hours. If they work a holiday, they're getting time and a half.
With a holiday, they would be getting paid anyway. The problem is that we need them.
Right, but you want if they work a
If they work
holiday,
on
time and a half.
holidays.
Even if that's the only day they
If
work.
they
that
work on
week.
holidays, yes.
Okay, got it.
So we won't bank it,
No,
right? Okay.
We're not backdating that?
we're gonna.
No, we are
back that.
backdating
Yes,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we're not gonna bank the holiday.
Correct.
Normally the
And
system will
the
bank.
discussion that we've been having also, if we see that people are taking advantage of this and trying to get around it, then we bring it back to the court, because we're trying to do, as much as possible for them, that way they're taken care of, but if we have instances that they're taking advantage of us, then we bring it back to the court, and the court will decide to do away with some of this.
Okay.
Okay, or keep it, either one. Thank you. Item 53, approving overtime payment. The sheriff personnel directly working with COVID-19 issues, starting with pay period December 19th. We had done this last time, but Matt wanted clarity. We actually approved this already.
That's what we did.
We did, but Matt
What do you
wanted,
want clarified?
That it goes back to the payroll period one. My understanding was when we had the last item, it was going forward, and that was on January 4th.
but the dollar that the sheriff had brought was actually the $5,900 is actually starting December 19th. He just wanted to make sure that
Motion
we're
to
okay with that.
approve starting January the 19th, 2020.
Okay. Second. I have a motion,
I mean,
Commissioner Miller.
December, sorry.
January 1st.
December 19th, 2020 through January 1st, 2021.
Yeah.
A motion, Commissioner Middleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. 4-0 vote. Item 54, approving to allow county employees to use COVID leave when someone is out for a COVID positive related matter due to exposed, as it was outlined in FFCRA.
So, we've had, several discussions regarding this situation. As the court is aware, right now, we have a lot of our employees that are either directly affected, which they have COVID, or a family member in their household is affected. Under the FFCRA Act, which ended December 31st, 2020, employees were given COVID sick leave, 80 hours, as the law permitted. Once that ended, we had no leave to go about, but we've been taking some departments, give it, don't give it, yes, these do, it doesn't apply. We need some direction from the court as to how we want to handle the situation.
And we talked about this yesterday. It's again, if you pay them, it's already budgeted for them to get paid. We know that there's gonna be a lot of people that will, or, well, not a lot, well, maybe, take advantage, I guess is is what we keep having the heartburn about. But we're sort of a damned if you do, damned if you don't, because you want them not to expose other people and not be thinking about, well, I don't wanna take my leave. Then you have somebody that's sick and now we've given it to
Exactly.
7 or 8 other people.
I do want to reassure the court that we use, under the FFCRA Act, anytime a department head or an elected official calls the office, we go through the situation. If it is third party, we usually have the employee use their sick leave, vacation, comp time that they've accrued. If it's directly within the household, then we go with the,
Even here, we had direct contact. here.
Exactly.
I mean, there were several offices that we sent home everybody
Yes.
in there because they had direct contact.
So we've been
for
monitoring.
Several days.
We've been monitoring the attendance, and we do work
It's
with.
just getting difficult.
Where are we gonna draw the line? Is it 80 hours, is it unlimited? Where's the line gonna get drawn?
You know, again, you know, we had this conversation when we did that, and it's a hard decision because you want them to go home if they need to go home, and we are gonna have people that are gonna take advantage, but Jesus Christ, I mean, if they're not going home because they don't wanna use their leave and then we end up getting more people sick. I mean, and we had this conversation yesterday. You know, it's just a hard decision. There's not a clear cut answer to this, you know. Ms. Lopez, or Judge Lopez, I'm sorry. I can't, can you come up? I can't.
Sure. On the, like, Juanita mentioned on the third party exposed, I've had that in my office, but I've been so lucky that my girl says, Judge, I can take the laptop home, one of the phones, and they'll be answering the phone and they'll be looking up, cases in their laptop. And, they're still working out of the house to where they won't use COVID and they won't use their time.
Yeah.
So that, to me, that.
No, and that works in your
Yeah, it's such a
department, but we have other departments. And
Yeah.
I'm saying the department, I'm not throwing them under the bus.
Right.
Before I get the phone call. But at the tax office, we had direct exposure.
Mhm.
So we had to shut half of that side down.
Right.
For 7 days until they went and got tested. You know, there's probably 2 or 3 that could probably work from home,
Uh-huh.
but the rest of them can't.
Exactly.
So I guess in using
I
that
mean,
as
to me,
an
that was just
example.
the solution I was.
Yeah, and using that as an example, do we pay them or don't we pay them? Or not, it's just difficult. You know, when we started the conversation last week, I was don't pay them. And then when we ended the conversation, it was pay them. So, I mean, there's not really a right or wrong.
Can we approve this and then come back and you can bring us some numbers, like here in 30, 45 days?
Well, we had asked
Just to
us
see
to
what-
bring it back at the end of March.
Okay. And kind of look at what we're seeing in this trend, because I don't want it to be, you know, if we're seeing a trend where the same person seems to be coming in contact every 30 days, I mean,
And we're already having that, we already had that conversation.
And we do-
People saying that,
We do have a trend, because we've been tracking it under the COVID, sick leave. And so there is a report that we can run and it'll show you. But,
bring it back to us the first week in April.
okay.
That way it'll give us almost, 3 full months. Will that work?
So for the time being, Judge, do we
They pay.
just, no, but for the time being, do they just go on their own leave?
No, we pay them.
Or we
No,
just
we
leave
pay.
with pay?
Yeah, we're gonna
Leave
pay for
with
it.
pay?
That'll be part of the motion that we pay them and then bring back, something the first meeting in April.
yeah.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. Matt? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I am back to item 52. I've already received 2 texts. Okay. On the tracers, we already identified that holiday will be paid time and a half, but it also says payment of overtime for tracers. And then we have the word
No,
even in
payment
there.
holidays. It's for holidays.
Okay.
Their overtime, they're gonna have to comp that just like everybody else.
Okay, so they're not receiving any overtime unless they work holiday.
Workday holiday.
And then at that time, it's just
Overtime pay.
overtime pay,
Hey.
time and a half.
Now, if they work overtime on a Saturday or whatever, they're gonna be treated like every other employee. They'll have to bank that. They'll have to
No,
pay
thank
it.
you. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Who said that?
Commissioner Wardlaw. Did y'all have any other questions on this? No. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Have a, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. And I can tell y'all that this is only gonna get worse. You know, we'll see in April how bad it is, but it's just gonna get worse.
I expect the, leave requirement to be put back in here very shortly.
We'll do item 55, approving human resource report from January 1st, 2021 through January 2020. January 1st, 2021, that can't be right. Through January 2021, it's just 19 days?
Yes, it's just this month.
Motion to approve. They're all in compliance?
Yes, sir.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
The first one, I thought we took, she asked us to take the supplement out. On the last agenda.
No, it was on the,
Okay.
Yeah, the investigate.
have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote.
Judge, do you want to address item 14? On the,
Oh,
on the leave?
We've got a phone call with Raul right
All
now,
right.
We're about 4 minutes late.
Oh, wait.
Okay. You just remind me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll do 56 and 57 real quick. Item 56, request issuance of the county credit card to County Attorney David E. Martinez.
motion.
Have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second. No, you didn't make the motion. Okay, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? 4-0 vote. Item 57, request issuance of the county credit card to Second Assistant County Attorney Fidel Morales III. Have a motion, Commissioner Flores. Second. Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye, 4-0 vote. We're gonna go back. Let's see if we can find him. If I get him on the phone.
Can I make the motion in second?
You don't have Zoom?
Huh?
You don't have Zoom? We can get him in on our Zoom? Our financial advisor? Oh, yes, sir.
We can go on and take a break. Hold on 1 minute.
I wish they could allow us to do that. That'd be great.
Oh, she on the phone? Yeah.
Let's do her right now. And then we'll have, Tom get him on Zoom. Who's that? You know, listen up. So you'll get him on Zoom, or Stephen, you can get on Zoom. That will be us. All right.
Go in that, I couldn't say it. Go ahead. I think, no, I can't. No.
You're making fun. Dr. Palau?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
Good evening.
Doctor, we had meetings, we've been having meetings on the vaccine and everything. I think, if you could just sort of share some of the details that you set forward and the process that you're going through with the vaccine, if you don't mind. And then we'll open it up for questions. Okay?
Yes. So, we received our first allocation of Pfizer vaccines. The hospital is helping us with that this week. We hope we can get our enrollment approved by this week. I think we just need some minor details. We are planning to have an event this Saturday at the Civic Center. We use the wait list from the people that signed up from the link that was posted on the city and town page. We basically made a waiting list of 975 individuals and plus 50 more for extra in case somebody else didn't show up or in case we had some extra doses. And yeah, we're having the event this Saturday. We're gonna start contacting people today regarding their appointments. It's gonna be an appointment only. Show up, and we're working with the hospital to coordinate efforts and to get as much volunteers as we can to make this event happen and to make it as easy as it can be.
Dr. Palau, also, our numbers, you can ask the questions, are they going up or are they going down? But we're consistent right now, right? It's just, and they're high. Is that right?
I actually thought that things were gonna start getting better after the second half of the month, but no, they numbers are still the same. We're kind of like in a peak, but reaching a plateau in the peak. So.
Which is not good.
Which is not good, yes.
Yeah.
I know that the tracers and the release staff is a little overwhelmed with all the cases, because we are handling over 100 cases each day, and we're trying to release 100 plus people every day too, and to get them back to work as soon as possible.
Well, I can tell you, y'all done a good job. We went through it in my house, and y'all stayed on focus with the 14 days and got the releases, and so thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
I guess the other deal was, like you said, the volunteers, if they want to volunteer, like for the next vaccines, or even this one, Doctor, where would they get online? Do they call John, call Roland, and where do they call?
Yeah, they can call the COVID hotlines and just say that they want to volunteer. They just need to give their name, their phone, and their email, and that's it. That's all the volunteers will receive training before the event. If they're clinical, they can assist with the actual vaccination. If they're non-clinical, we have other roles that they can help out with.
What is our long-range plan to try to do, like 1,000 every week, or if we can get the vaccine?
Yes, if we can get approved as providers, we are planning to do 1,000 every week. The plan of us becoming a hub is that every vaccines that we get, we need to get them out as soon as possible. The faster we get them out, the more they're gonna continue being shipped to us. And we were working numbers, and right now we have 3,000 people on the wait list, and this is just from the phase 1A and 1B. So if we start considering teachers, which they are like 9,000 from the school district, and I know people from Acuña are gonna come and want to get vaccinated as well. So I think we're looking at a big number of people that we can serve.
I thought teachers were up there in a higher priority.
Yes, so we made we organized the phases, and it's 1A, which is healthcare, and then 1B, which is the over 65, and then the 1C, we decided to add it and then include teachers there.
Okay.
So they are priority, but right now the point of vaccination is to prevent mortality, and that's why we are working to get the over 65 vaccinated.
And then you mentioned people from Acuña.
Yes,
How are we
so
gonna
there's
control
no
that?
restrictions on residents.
So how are you controlling them?
we have to go to tiers also.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
No, but I understand that, but you're saying we're going to allow people to come in from Acuna if they meet the tiers to get vaccinated?
So I think this time nobody signed up from Mexico, but
The answer is yes.
I think
Yeah, I got a
eventually
big
this will
problem with
happen.
that. If we have not got through all of the people that we have in this community, and we're allowing somebody else to come in from a foreign country, yeah, that's wrong. We've got people in this community that we get through the tiers, and then there's other people that need to get vaccinated. We need to get that done before we start bringing people from all over the place.
I agree with that. I think there's a lot of people that are on the list that have been waiting for what, over a month. So we need to target, the people here in our community first. And, I'd like to know the places where y'all are gonna do this,
And be at the Civic Center.
just one place here?
One
That's it?
place. Yeah, the way you score it, the amount of paperwork that goes into this, in order for us, we're looking at being a hub, is what they keep telling us, a hub. For the masses, I'm sorry, Mark, I got my back to you. For the masses, so you just can't go everywhere. You still have the hospital that's giving it out. You have, I think, Cadena Family Practice applied, and they received some, we're gonna receive some. You got CVS, Walgreens, HEB already received them. You've got other people that have applied and are going through the process as providers. What Dr. Lauda is trying to set up is to where we're classified as a hub. That way we get sort of more vaccine than everybody else, so we can distribute to the masses.
A more centralized place.
And the Civic Center would be it.
Is it gonna be a drive-through, deal, or
They don't want to.
walk-in?
It'll be a walk-in. Yesterday, Dr. Lauda called a meeting with the hospital, and everybody's gonna be helping. And the discussion was that, and the plan has always been, is that you're, out of the first 1,800 that applied before the portal was closed and then it reopened, they picked 975 people out of them, going by the tiers. They will be contacted tomorrow, Dr. Lauda, or today, tomorrow, is that right?
Today or tomorrow. Mhm.
Yeah, by email. Then you'll get on the portal, you follow instructions, and then you're gonna get to pick a time. As of yesterday, you'll be able to get to pick a time when you're gonna be able to show up. Those windows are like every 20 minutes, those appointments, those blocks. You show up, you'll go in, they'll do your paperwork, they'll hand you a bunch of paperwork, do your paperwork, go in, and then once you're administered the vaccine, then we have to watch you for 15 to 20 minutes to make sure you don't have an effect or anything right then. So the Civic Center, because there's so many people, you can spread everybody out. We can actually use, if we need to, they can use both sides of the Civic Center. Hopefully, the way it's set up right now, we can use one side, and every 20 minutes, basically, you're taking a block of people.
Judge, the other question, people have been asking me, how many doses are we gonna get per week or per month?
Right now, what we asked for was 1,200. What we received was 975. I will tell you, Dr. Laura, Roland, and John, Dr. JJ, went on the phone call. I think you called me on Friday and Saturday, and I think, Bo, you called me also Friday, Saturday. We were already scheduled to meet the next Monday, but Roland got us on the phone with Roland Gutierrez, and on Saturday, it took about 5-10 minutes to make sure that we were online on Saturday. Everything that we're being told, it would be nice to get 1,000 vaccines a week, but even San Antonio this last go-round, they didn't get the Pfizer right away. They were scheduled again. It took 3 or 4 days to get it from the time they thought. We would like to get 1,000 a week. It just depends on the vaccine, what's out there. Everybody's asking for it right now. The stuff they're bringing in right now is Pfizer. Hopefully, at some point, it'll switch to us. If you get the first dose Pfizer, your second dose has to be Pfizer. So hopefully, at some point, we'll switch to the Moderna, because it's easier to take care of, and the refrigerated is not as strict. But, when you're going a long ways around here, your question is, how much are we gonna get? We don't know. That's, we're being told that once we get online, depending on how much vaccine we have, we could do about 1,000 a week. But in reality, we don't know. I mean, we just don't know. I mean, it just depends on how much vaccine is out there.
Yeah.
Judge, are they vaccinating in Vicuña?
Don't know. I don't think so. I've not heard of them doing it. I will tell you that y'all's comments right now, we've already said them, so it is disheartening. But we have tiers that we need to follow, and then we're given another set of rules. This is what you cannot do, and this is what you can do. When we were in a meeting, when all this stuff started, I guess November, December, and then about that it was coming out, and we had another meeting in January, my thing was to the group, whoever the hell's going to take care of me, they need to get the vaccine first. Whether it be nurses, doctors, first responders, fire, police, drug patrol, port, whoever's, but our doctor, she's under a lot of pressure also because she has tiers that we can't put these people in. You know what I mean? In different spots. There's people in front of her. But we have the conversation.
But if the tiers that we're in have been filled and there's nobody left, why can't we just move to the next tier?
The problem is that we have not vaccinated all these people that are in the first tier, that are still on the waiting list, let's put it like that.
Okay, but they're on the list.
We have
still
people
want
on the list, yes, that we've not vaccinated yet.
No, that part I do understand.
But a lot of them are like registered with Walmart or HEB or somewhere else, and a lot of them are not going to the Civic Center. I mean, is there any way we can?
have, right now, we had the portal down, I think, for 2 or 3 days. And since then, we're over 3,000 right now. And there's still more people registered in the tiers, in that tier 1A and 1B. And we only have 975 right now.
No, I'm fine with the tier 1 and tier A and the people registering. What I'm not fine with is people coming from another country that fall into the tiers when we have people in this country that still need to get into the vaccination. We have 50-something thousand people in this county. They need to be number one, and we'll deal with the rest of the world, and the federal government can deal with the rest of the world.
It's a lot. And I will tell you that, when it comes to the doctors, I sort of held my tongue a little bit more with them than I have everybody else, because they are under a lot of pressure to stick to what the damn government is telling them that they need to do. It is difficult. I mean, the conversations that we're having right now.
But I mean, are you saying the government's telling them they have to take them from another country? Even if
they show up, we're supposed to vaccinate them and take it to you.
No matter what country they're from. Bullshit on so many levels, it's not even funny.
Well, and we have this conversation. I mean, it's one of those deals that it would seem like it would be easy. It would be easy because, again, whoever's going to take care of us when we hit the ground, or they should get the vaccine first. But it's not like that, I asked, the teachers, and they brought in some teachers, but they brought in teachers, by tier, not teachers. It was like we had to follow tier 1B or whatever, the age,
But it would seem to me that teachers should be in the top tiers because they're dealing with our children every single day.
If it was us four right here, Dr. Lauda on the phone making the decisions, I think we could come up with a clear-cut answer and more common sense approach to what we were given.
Yeah.
But the doctors are given, and we are given certain amount of tiers, and we're trying to follow them just as close as possible. I will tell you that the other conversation goes, when you open up a box or you open up a vial, we might be able to get another dose out of that vial. Some of them are a little bit more than the 5 or whatever. So if you have 975 people, you might have more people that can get it. And we've been, it's like everything else. You open it up, you got 6-hour window. So we might be able to give them more, and then who's going to be on that list of the extra? you know, it's a lot. I mean, there's so many moving pieces, it's unbelievable. Again, if we were making the decision, you know, and we were sitting around the table like we were yesterday, and Dr. Lauda and Dr. JJ there, it's with, you know, we would use a more common sense approach, but we're giving a list that we must follow as close as possible. Is there going to be people that are not going, that you're going to be able to call in because you have an extra dose or whatever? Yes. Who those people are going to be, you know, my opinion would still be your first responders and, you know, people, your boat patrol, your port, you know, I think, but.
No, I agree.
But we're given a set of rules and it's real difficult. And like I say, the conversations that we're having right now, yeah, it gets a little bit more, it gets louder and more, it just, yes.
Yeah.
We just need to be as fair as possible with the community, especially the elderly, you know, we need to target all them and help as many people as we can.
No, and I will tell you that the meetings that I'm attending with these people, with the doctors and the hospital and you know, the city, from the EOC, from the city and everything, it's amazing. I mean, it's just one of those deals that you sit back and watch. I mean, yesterday we were in a meeting and I've been sort of gung ho, we're gonna get it done, we're gonna get it done. And yesterday they were like, you know, we got 4 more days and we've got a plan and we've done this. And I'm scared as shit. You know, I'm starting to get scared because, and they're like, you know, I asked, Dr. Lauda, are you ready? Well, not really. You know? but you know, she's the one leading this group. I mean, it's a lot, you know, and she's looking at all the other pieces. And then we have the hospital there. And the lady that's talking from the hospital, they're excited. I mean, they're motivated. They're going to get this done for us. It's going to happen. They're going to help our community, you know, and you know, I can't say enough about the doctors and Roland and John. I mean, they've come through, our tracers, everybody. I mean, they're all helping.
The other thing that makes this good, you know, we have the support from the senator and the state rep, and they're pushing for our community as well as other communities and trying to.
I'll tell you that we get text message from Roland, or Senator Gutierrez and our representative, Morales. You know, yesterday afternoon after we left the meeting, we got a phone call from Representative Morales, and I mean, they're healthy. I mean, they really are. I mean, they're trying to get us what we need. You know, but it's like everything else. I mean, it just isn't our 50,000 people. I mean, how many people do we have just in the United States? But it's impressive to watch the meeting and watch these doctors and stuff, how they work. I mean, it is really impressive. Everything they're going through. You know, they're having to deal with needles and syringes and now we're dealing with snacks, you know, and, you know, because you got so many people showing up. I mean, it isn't just needles and syringes and vaccine. I go, you know, it's everything, you know, from food to snacks to water to masks to gloves to, I mean, it's
Are we gonna have enough nursing staff to maintain, if we get to 1,000 a week, are we gonna have the staffing to maintain that?
And that was one of the deals that you know, in this COVID-19 that I was gonna ask, and I asked Matt a little while ago, if we can use some of this money, what Dr. Lauda has asked for is for a core group of people for the vaccine, the people that will be there every Saturday, to see if we can set some money aside to pay them, the core group, and then sort of fill in the holes, the voids with volunteers, but you're gonna need a core group that's gonna be, if not, we're gonna burn them out and they have no help.
No.
So the core group, you know, if we can, when we get done with this one, if we can get permission from the court to set aside, you know, 50,000 from the money we already have, in COVID to help pay some of these individuals, and then Dr. Lauda will come up with a core group of individuals that she would like to see around her as a team, her and Dr. JJ, to be able to move this thing forward and go week to week versus just, you know, this week, you know, all it's volunteers. But, it's one of those deals that, you know, after this week, if we're allotted, hopefully, and it continues, we can't keep asking for more. We're gonna burn them out. So you need a group that you're gonna be able to pay that are gonna come in and help. So that, I'll be asking for the court to give me permission to, you know, for the court to set aside $50,000 so Dr. Lauda can go in and hire some court people. Dr. Lauda, do you have anything else? I just started talking. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
I'm sorry.
I think that I'm good. I mean, I don't know if anyone has any questions. As for the community, yes, I'm trying to get the over 65 people vaccinated because I know that they are the ones that really want it and have not had a chance to be included in the tiers, in the last tiers from the hospital.
We got one here on the court that'll volunteer.
Well, Dr. Lauda said that we could, some of the clinical people that had not had practice, we could get them to.
Oh, we'll send Martino with us. What time are you gonna be doing that on Saturday? They practice on him.
Dr. Lauda, do you have anything else?
No, I think that's all for me.
And again, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
To your team. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Good. Well, it's amazing though to watch them. It really is. And I mean, you know, they're coming up with different things all the way through it. That you know, did you get this? Did you get that? I mean, even to how many extension cords they needed. It's like for computers.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Pretty scary. Okay, the COVID, if we could set aside some funds for.
I'll make a motion to set aside 50 to assist with paying nurses to help with vaccination.
Second. A motion.
Out of the money that we set aside.
It's already there, or the 300 balance?
No, the money's already
The money is already there.
Right.
And it'll be nurses and support staff?
Yep.
Okay. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor?
Aye.
4-0 vote. Did we get that one?
He said he was not able to join the Zoom, but we could
Call it? Okay, well, let's call it. Well, as y'all were carrying on conversations back there, what'd y'all decide?
I don't know.
Y'all were like talking a lot. What happened? We just sell the courthouse, didn't we? You ain't moving me to the jail, are you? Judge Lopez, are you? Hello?
Yes, Judge.
How's it going? You're on speaker, they're here at court, Commissioner's Court.
Okay.
You have
Hello,
permission?
Commissioners.
Hello.
Well, we spoke a little bit yesterday, and then we had, amongst us here, we'd come up, Raul, that we had $730,000 for dozers, $700,000 for laydown equipment, about $470,000 for communication equipment and some of the towers that, in order to bring our communication systems, up to date.
Yes.
And then, yesterday in visiting with some of the commissioners, and we've had this conversation even before, was maybe to add some money, and again, I know this is late, but add some money to that note for the different precincts for equipment, only for equipment, that way they can, you know, I know right now that in looking at some of the junk we got, I mean, I think we need dump trucks, you know, I think Bo's the only one that went out and bought a new motor grader the last go around, but
Yeah,
we were actually talking about another, I guess the number I threw out was probably another $2 million. So that would be it, sir?
500,000 per precinct.
Yes, sir. And we would add that to the 2.9. And I guess some of the questions are right now, we have a 2016, and just sort of throw this out there and then get you something to think about, and then some of the commissioners will sort of chime in, but we have a 2016, when we were at $1.9 million, what we were gonna borrow, I think the conversation was, let's go borrow the 1.9, because the payment would be about $200 and some odd thousand more already, which, you know, we could do that. But now that if you add another $2 million to the tally, would it be beneficial to roll in the 2016 tax notes into this? I think there's gonna be $850,000 left on that after this year's payment. That way, we wouldn't have that payment and then another $500,000 payment, for everything else. Sort of roll it in, that way we could use that payment to be part of what we're paying. Or does that not make any sense that I did not explain myself?
That's right.
I just don't know
I don't know what would be the best way to go, so I mean, that's how come you're on.
Yeah, well, we can run some numbers. I mean, one thing we can do, because after this year, you'll only have, 2 more payments on the 2016 tax note. And so we could certainly, restructure that financing, but the problem there is that the annual payments are, I think, just under, hang on one.
They're about 455, something like that, or 4.
Yeah, they're gonna average 450, 452. And so we could restructure that, but I don't think it's gonna generate, $2 million worth of principal.
No, I'm just saying that if we could, we need a plan. I mean, I guess where we're at right now is we need a plan. Is it better, instead of to end up with, another $500,000 payment for the other note, or to put it all together and end up with, $800,000 payment or whatever, and you're able to use that other $400,000 to be part of that. I mean, I guess that's the number that we're missing. What would be the best way to do it?
Yeah, what we can do is we can look at, restructuring that 2016 note and see how much additional, new money we could get the court, and keep the payments from both the contemplated issue and the restructuring issue to see how much additional money we could get you. And that way you'd end up with one payment.
And just give us options. I mean, it's one of those things, if you bring it back to us to where if we were just to go out and do the $3.9 million all by itself, what that payment would be, and then what would it be if we were to roll in the 2016 tax note, what that payment would be altogether. Right?
Yeah, no, we'll give you those options, sure.
Judge, this wouldn't include the Frontera Road money, right?
What we're looking at, I guess first, would y'all be okay, going out for an extra $2 million other than the 1.9?
Yeah, I'd like to see the numbers on it.
Yeah.
No, okay. All right. So we're good. New money would be about 3.9.
Okay.
And then to give us options on what that payment would be if we just kept it by itself, and then what if it would be better to roll in the 2016 money and then see what that payment would be.
Yeah, we can certainly do that.
That one's done. The other one, we're talking about, we're 1.7 to 2.1 on Frontera. It depends on if we have any, overages and what those are gonna be, and that's just, those are estimates.
Right.
This first, let's go back to the first note. The first note, when you get those numbers, if we could get a timetable that once the court decides how long that would take, that's one. So after we get done with that one, we'll need a timetable on Frontera Road. We're looking at 1.9, like I said, 1.7 to 2.1, but then we've got Odyssey, which is another 1.3 that would be added to that. So you're looking somewhere around 3.3 on that one by itself.
And I'd like to look at the options between tax notes and COs and bonds, since those are long-term projects. Longer-term financing, which I know would have to go through a bond or a CO.
Yeah, so without an election, a commissioner would be a CO.
Okay.
You still would have to publish a notice of intent.
No.
Okay. But that's kind of without an election, that's the cleanest way to go because it allows us to go out a little bit long.
How long can we go on a CO?
20 years.
20?
20 years, yes, sir.
Yeah, if you could run the numbers on different years so we could, like 10, 15, and 20, so we could kind of get an idea of what that money looks like.
And I would say on that one there, Mr. Villasenor, I would do like a $3.3 million one on that one.
Okay.
And then if it comes down,
is that including the going up to 2.1?
I would say 2 million and then the 1.3 for the other.
We'll know a little further into this project if we're done.
March, April, we'll know what the heck we're doing.
And we have the the funds to fund this while we're waiting on the,
We do that kind of question I had for, Mr. Villasenor. Mr. Villasenor, Matt Weingart, how are we doing?
I'm doing great,
All right.
Matt. How about you?
Oh, doing well. On that reimbursing funding, we did up to $6 million. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I talked to him yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday's question, I think the question they had yesterday when I talked to you was, on the reimbursement, the resolution that we did up to $6 million, on Odyssey, if, because it's a computer program, could it be part of that $6 million? And that was the question I asked you yesterday. You know, because we know we're going to have to at some point, probably before we go out and secure the funds, we will have to pay, probably a third of this. But we just need to make sure that if we need to do another resolution, or that resolution we did would cover the reimbursement.
Yeah, as we discussed yesterday, I did find the resolution, that Norton Rose had provided the court, and unfortunately, Judge, they defined in there something, quote unquote, the project, and so they were very specific about road improvements, purchasing equipment, and then engineering fees, and you know, but that's not a big deal, because what we could do is take a second resolution to the court and then simply do away with this one.
yeah, let's do that just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you get us that, if we meet, Raul, Mr. Villasenor, in 2 weeks, could you get us something in 2 weeks? That way we can go ahead and vote on it, that way we're not caught with our pants down.
I'll talk to, Norton Rose, when we get off this call, and, we can have them draft up a new resolution and have it, ready for your review.
Yeah, just make sure it covers like the Odyssey, the Frontera project, the equipment we're talking about, those kind of things, covers the whole gamut. So
What we'll do is we'll get you a list, today, we'll get you an email today on everything that we're looking at purchasing, and that way.
That'd be great.
Okay?
And we've talked about some of these projects. I guess the new one for me is the Odyssey project. Is that,
yes, sir.
Is that a computer system, or?
It is. It's a case management software, and the majority of these costs are one-time conversion costs. It's not an annual cost. That's why we're trying to get that.
Okay. That's the only one that I've heard for the first time, but not a big deal.
Okay.
Well, we'll get you an email, with all of this.
Who will provide me that list?
It'll come from my office or come from auditor's office, probably from my office.
Oh, very good.
Okay? You have anything else?
Anything else, folks?
you'll have us numbers kind of preliminary by our next meeting.
Oh, even before then, Commissioner.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you all. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's take this money to spend money. And folks, all of y'all that are out there, we're trying to do this all within our tax rate. So before we get the phone calls and everything, don't push the panic button, man. It's all good. Okay, we're working on numbers. We'll take a little break and then read the deal. Closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses A, contemplated litigation. We'll take a little break and then we'll come back in executive session. We'll make sure that everybody's going. We'll come back into session. A lot of talking, no action was taken. We'll go back to item 14. I think I wanted to wait on that. So no action needs to be taken because we'll bring it back.
Mr. Flores had a question on number 23. That one, we're waiting on a contract to come back. That's it, right? Commissioners' comments? None. County judges' comments? None. 11:05. This meeting is adjourned. Y'all have a good day. Thank y'all.